Should you take all appointments when you are a new notary signing agent? That is today's question. So thank you. Welcome back to the channel. Today's episode, we're going to break that down. My answer to that, the counter arguments for it, and my arguments against it. So now, if you're new to the channel, thank you for stopping by. Welcome. We do nothing but notary signing agent content every single week to provide more value to you as you start, grow, and scale your business so you can have more income for you and your family and develop more time freedom to have a better quality of life. Now, to get right into the question, should I take all appointments when I'm a brand new notary signing agent? My simple answer is yes, 100%. Now, there are three key reasons why you need to be doing this. Number one is going to be to get experience. You cannot become good at your craft without doing the reps for your craft. It is the cart before the horse. You have to do the signings before you get good at the signings. No matter how much training you take from the NNA or notary trainers, until you actually practice and put into practice by doing appointments, that is how you truly get better. You'll have a great base of knowledge, but until you get that experience behind the wheel, as it were, you have to just jump in and do it. So that's why the experience is so critical. Now, number two, relationships. To establish relationships in the industry, you have to do signings. And as you're doing these signings, you'll get to know the schedulers or the owners at the signing services that you're interacting with. Eventually, you'll be getting to develop relationships with title clients or realtors or lenders that you meet as you're doing closings. You're establishing relationships with the signers that you meet at the closings. They may reach out later to try to do general notary work and again, try to offer you more business. But the whole point is, until you start doing the appointments, that's really how you get to start establishing the relationships, establishing trust with the people that you meet in and out of each of these transactions. And number three, get on more preferred lists and get paid more in the future because you're on more preferred lists. And the way that works is most signing services are not going to put you on a preferred list until they've seen a body of work from you. They want to see one, two, or three closings from you to know what you're about, to see what your communication style is, to see whether you really are an expert on the documents, how many mistakes you're making, how quickly you're responding, how quickly you're putting scans in, how long it takes you to do the appointments. They want to see some body of work from you, even if it's at least one signing, and you can't get that body of work until you do the freaking signing. So it's a must. You have to do that. Now, the nice thing is, once you establish a good body of work with them, whether that's 1, 2, 3, 5 signings, whatever it is for that signing service, and they bump you up to preferred status after you've asked them multiple times in a nice way, that's the beauty, is once you're on that preferred list, you're going to get all those text appointments sent to you first before the other 10, 20, 30, 50, 100, 200 plus signing agents, depending on how busy your zip code is. And that means you're going to get the opportunity to take those better appointments, meaning they're closer, at a higher value, quicker, faster before everyone else. But the problem is most new signing agents never get on preferred lists because they never ask to be put on the preferred list. They never market directly to the signing services by calling them. At best, maybe they'll send an email, but they don't take the uncomfortable step of pick up the phone and calling and introducing themselves. And even if they do signings for the signing services, they forget to leverage that great signing into more business by asking the signing service, hey, how was that appointment? Did the docs fund on time? Were the buyers and sellers able to get their money on time? Was everything good? Was title cool with the documents? And we're responding, yep, no issues, no concerns. Signing went great. Scans were perfect. Thank you. It was a pleasure working with you. I enjoyed working with you too. If you wouldn't mind, could you please add me to your preferred list so we can work more together in the future, so I can continue to take great care of your clients in the future? And they say, well, we've only worked with you once. No worries. How can I get on that preferred list? You're always trying to ask, but always leverage a signing to get future signings. If you do a great job, they want to continue to work with someone who's doing a great job. But that comes down to, you still have to start taking appointments to get that experience, to get to that point in the first place. Now, the counter arguments. What are the counter arguments to why you shouldn't take everything when you're new? Number one, know your worth. Okay, this makes sense if you already have an established credibility in whatever industry you're in. So I'll give you an example. If I am a restaurant general manager, something I did for 22 years before I left to become a notary signing agent, I had 2 decades worth of a resume in a particular skill at many different types of restaurants, showing success along the way and growth along the way. I could command a certain amount of salary easily when applying for new jobs or talking to recruiters based on that body of work. So my worth to me was, at the time, established. I could get, at minimum, 65 grand a year on the low end because of all the body of work I had and the skills I have to go along with that body of work and the references behind it, people that would back me up. And on the high end, 100,000 or potentially more. So I knew my worth. The problem is, as a brand new notary signing agent, you don't have a worth yet because you haven't done a freaking signing yet. You're brand new. It's like the equivalent. Imagine you're 16 years old again and you're applying for your first job, or 18, whatever it was for you, and you're applying for your very first job in a restaurant or in retail. You have zero work experience. They say, hey, we're gonna pay you $12 an hour, and your response is, well, I think my worth is $20 an hour. Your worth from what? No one knows you from a hole in the wall. You don't have a track record. You're a completely unproven commodity. There's nothing to show for it. It's ridiculous. And I'll give you another example. I'll give you a sports analogy. It would be like my daughter, who's 6 years old, who has never played soccer, asking to be drafted on a MLS team. It makes no sense because there's zero body of work to prove that you would even belong in the sentence of being in that conversation. So this is how delusional people are. They feel they deserve what they want, and this is a total different conversation I'm not going to get super deep into politically on this podcast because that's not what it's for. But the point is, you don't deserve shit, okay? When you prove that you can do something and do something well consistently for a long enough period of time, then you can command more money because you have a track record to go along with it. You have a resume. But when you're a new signing agent, your resume is blank when it comes to doing notary loan signings, okay? Does not matter if you've been in customer service for 20 years. I, as a signing service owner, I don't care. I want to know how experienced you are at the job I'm trying to hire you for. And if you have zero experience, I'm not paying you top tier money, period. Good luck with that. If you want to sit at home and wait till someone pays you $100 with your zero experience, spoiler alert, just sell your printer and your scanner now because you're getting zero business. That's not how reality works, okay? So sorry to get a little frustrated there, but that is how I feel. You don't deserve anything. You have to work your ass off to get it. That's what I feel. Nothing's handed to you. Sorry about your luck. Next, counter argument number 2. You're ruining it for other notaries. Again, this is absurd, and here's why. If you, as a new notary signing agent, take a refinance appointment for $30 an hour away, that's 200 pages with 5 signers, that doesn't impact me at all as an experienced signing agent because I have title clients that I work directly with. And if I work with signing services, I have relationships with signing services where I'm paid more because they have seen my body of work over years and are willing to pay me a very high fee to get those signings done for them because they know what I am worth. Now, if you take that $30 signing or $50 signing super long away, that doesn't impact me at all. The only way it could possibly impact you is if you also did signings for the same signing service, you had zero direct title clients, you were never going to attempt to market to direct, so all you had were signing service clients, and of all those signing service clients, they were all super low paying signing services. You didn't work with any other signing services at all. So you only work with, 10 signing services, and they're all the worst 10 signing services in the country as far as pay is concerned. Okay, then it may slightly impact you because whatever people are accepting rates for, that's probably what they'll continue to offer those appointments for. Understood. If you are in that boat where you're never going to work with better signing services, you're never going to market to signing services, and you're never going to market to direct title clients, personally, you are an extreme underperformer. You're lazy as hell, and you get what you deserve. We all get what we deserve as far as pay is concerned, okay? If you are paid whatever you're paid at your current job, that is what you deserve because that is what you accept. If you want more, you have to become more. As a new signing agent, you want to get paid more, you have to get experience to command more money. That's how this works. So whatever you're doing does not impact me because you are in no way holding me back from marketing to other signing services, getting on their preferred list, marketing to direct title clients. You're not holding me back to do any of that. The only person that can hold me back is me. That's it. So if you think that other people are holding you back and ruining it for you, You have a victim mentality. You don't take 100% accountability for your actions. And I don't know how you stumbled onto this channel, but go check out a different channel because this channel is not for you. If this is putting you in your feelings, stop the video and watch something else, okay? But for the people that are watching this that do take accountability for themselves and want to get better, you're in the right place, my friend. Thank you for being here. Because I know that you will take these lessons and implement them to get better and to continue your journey. So thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Third counter argument, number 3, for why you shouldn't take everything when you're new. It's not profitable. Now, as a numbers guy, I like this counter argument because it at least tells me you're coming from it from a business perspective, because the whole point of a business is to make a profit. I agree, not disagreeing with you. However, there are times in my day-to-day business where I take a loss in order to achieve a bigger business goal. I'll give you an example. As a signing service owner, if I have a notary, it's actually literally happened yesterday. It is, as I'm filming this, it's month end, it's April 30th, but this happened the day before yesterday, April 29th. So super busy days. Notaries are overbooking themselves classically. And this notary in Virginia Beach, not gonna name his name, but this notary overbooked himself. The title client asked for the appointment to be scheduled at 1 p.m. for a seller pre-sign, and they confirmed it for 3 p.m. So they already pushed them back when they confirmed. Then they were actually trying to even get them to push back till 5:30. Title client pushed back, said, no, that's not possible because we have to get these documents back the very next day to use these seller pre-signed docs to sign for the buyer side to fund, so people can move on time and not be delayed. And then lo and behold, the day comes yesterday when it's time to do the appointment, and the notary shows up at 4:45 or 5 o'clock, 2 hours late. And then we have to scramble last minute to make sure to find the closest FedEx ship center, which is like 30 miles away during rush hour. Like, that's where you got to go. You got till 6:30, and we also need scans. So, and obviously the client was upset because there was a real chance that these documents were not going to get back there. Now, in the end, the documents got back there because we had to work as a team to make sure that happened and communicate and give the notary the exact address and get scanned. Like, we had to do a lot to make sure that happened. He had to use a phone scanner app for every page on like an actual scanner to make it all happen. But it happened. But the point is, in that instance, we did not perform as we should have for our client, and we invoiced them a $0 invoice. We ate the fee. I paid the notary's full fee and my team's time, and I ate it, and I took a loss on that file because the smart business thing to do is to always do right by your clients. And if you make a mistake, own up to it, do right by them, make it right, and move on so that you continue to have that relationship. Now, how does that apply to you? Well, as a new signing agent, the signings you're doing are going to be on the lower profitable side because they're lower amounts, because you're new, because you have no body of work. That's not the point. The point isn't when you're first starting as a new signing agent to be at a 70% profit margin. The point is to get experience so that you can command more money so that eventually you can be at a 70% profit margin, which in this industry is very easy to do. As a notary signing agent, my gross profit was 90% before I shifted full-time to signing service only, running my signing service, I should say. Now, if you have a gas car, that might be 85 or 80%. But either way, the whole point is the margins are insane, even when you're taking lower profit files, because the only overhead is you driving to the appointment and printing. That's it. Printing and paper and toner is cheap as hell, okay? So that $2 to print a file should not be killing your profit, okay? If you're driving an hour and a half away, that will hurt your profit a little bit because you got tolls, you got gas, etc. But either way, the point is, it's not about profit in the beginning. It's about experience so you can command more money per file, which will eventually increase your profit. But you have to get there. It's a stepping stone. Now, I will actually show you my example of how I started. So I'm actually going to show you on screen my notary gadget from when I first started in the business as a notary, October 20th, 2020. And I'm going to show you the first 40 days of me in business, 41 days. So the last 11 days of October of 2020 and the full month of November of 2020. So in that 41 days, hopefully you'll see that 2 pages of my notary gadget, you're going to see that I did 73 appointments. Now granted, this was 2020, interest rates were 2%. It was a different time as far as volume of refinances. It was absurd. But the point is, there's 73 signings I did. The amount of actual clients that you're seeing there is about 30. Which means that I took signings from anybody. anyone and everybody, which is what I encourage you to do. If you sent me a notification on signing order, SnapDocs, your direct website, you emailed it to me, you called me. If I could squeeze it into my calendar, it got squeezed into my calendar, okay? I was going to it because I was there for the experience, okay? To get my skills up so that when I would market direct, I would have the confidence to walk in and be like, I can do any closings with my hands tied behind my back, quickly, promptly, great communication, etc. Here's my fee. Confidently can do it because I had the experience. But until you get the experience, you can't confidently do it. So other than one appointment with a direct client on this list, the other 72 were all signing services. Now you'll see a mix there at the very top of the list should be signature closers. I think I did 31 appointments of the 73, which is a big chunk. Signature closers were sending me stuff. I'm like, accept. Notary Go was right there at number 2. Great signing service for newer signing agents. But you'll see, a whole bunch of others. I just did one-offs for everyone. Now the beauty of this is not only do you get experience, you get to establish a lot of relationships, and you'll find out quickly which signing services you enjoy working with. They like the good communication style, great people, they treat you right, they get your docs on time, whatever it is. And which ones you don't want to work with though. But you won't find this out until you actually have a large, number of people you work with to figure this out. And you'll see, and I'm not showing you, but in the subsequent months, the signing services I worked with, that number dwindled as far as the different clients. Because I realized, okay, I like working with these people, prioritize their stuff. Not so much these folks. I'll pass on those unless I really have to fill my calendar. And that's the whole point, is you can't know who to work with and not to work with unless you actually start working with people. Now you can still go to the Facebook group Deadbeat Signing Companies 2.0 and look up people to see if they're non-payers so you can avoid them. But the point is, and look them up in general, but the whole point is you have to get experience to get there. So that's what I did. I took everything and anyone that was sending me appointments I would take to get the experience and to level up. And yeah, you should see on the list one uncollectible signing. That's the one that got me in my, 3.5 years of doing signings. It is what it is. But one got me. It happens. It comes with the territory. So I hope this has helped you tremendously as far as determining, should I take every appointment that comes my way when I'm new? And the answer is yes, you need to. Get your experience points up, level up by getting experience. That's how it works. When you're new, you have to put in the grind and the hustle. You don't get to stand on your pedestal. You don't get to take it easy. You don't get to be picky because no one knows you. They don't trust you yet. They can't trust you until you have a resume. Build your resume up. That way, as you progress in your journey, you can get more money because you're on more preferred lists. People trust you, you have relationships, and you can leverage that into more signings, more preferred lists, and eventually direct title work. Now, if you want to market to direct title companies and you're interested in that, I'm gonna link a video I've done on that here as far as how I approach it. And also want to let you know that if you have direct title company work already with clients you're working with, we can help you by giving you 10% commissions every single month, direct deposit. There are many notaries that take advantage of this each and every month. I'm actually, as I'm filming this, it's month end, so I got to pay all my April notaries starting tomorrow, May 1st, direct deposit for all the referrals they sent me, which I'm happy to do. But all you have to do, if you have direct title clients and they have closings outside of the state you can't help with, and they are disappointed, upset with their inconsistent signing service because they're not great at communication, they hire scrubs, anything like that, all you have to do is introduce them to our team and email them with CC me, Brad, at superlativesignings.com, and just say, hey, Brad and his team will be happy to help you with those closings in Hawaii, California, Florida, Texas, Alaska, Asia, North America, South America, it doesn't matter. We have Ron, bilingual, we're kind of a one-stop shop. And then everything that they send our way, we pay you 10% direct deposit every single month. Now, if this has helped you and you thought this video could be used by someone else, feel free to share it, like it. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. That's all we do, notary signing agent content each and every week geared to help you. So thank you for being here. If you are the 1% who are still watching to the end, kudos to you, props to you. You're just like me. I watch them to the very end. I'm a diehard. That's me. And I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for the support of the channel. And until next time, peace.